Today we are going to talk about oil marketing companies like Indian Oil, BPCL, HPCL, MRPL, Chennai Petroleum. All these companies, no, if you see their history in last 1 year, they have given a good return, very good return. But if you see 3 years, 5 years history, these companies has not given so great return. No, actually they have underperformed the overall the market index also. So as an investor, if you have stayed in these companies, what to do, that is what we're going to talk about. And this question is asked by Rohini, then Rajesh, Rohan, and Mitwa has asked about to review all these companies and give us a brief idea about what to check about this company. We'll talk about what to be checked, what to be keep in mind when you are reviewing this company. So stay till the end. And guys, if you're still not liked our share our videos, no, please do like it, and also do subscribe to our channel, guys. If you have any questions, put it in the comment box. I do reply to everyone, and at the end of this video I'm going to answer many of your questions which you are asking regularly. Okay, चले तो बात करते हैं ऑयल मार्केटिंग कंपनीज. नाउ ऑयल मार्केटिंग कंपनीज, see there are two versions. Okay, one is that no oil exploration companies like ONGC, okay, and Oil India and all that. No, they basically do an exploration, and basically then they supply this oil or gas, whatever it is, no, to refineries, and that is nothing but the oil marketing companies. Even the Reliance comes into oil marketing companies only. Okay, so this BPCL, HPCL, MRPL, Reliance, and all that. Okay, so now all these companies, basically once they get a raw material from oil exploration company like ONGC, I think it is the largest. 73% of the oil exploration done by ONGC only in Oil India. Now after they get it, they take it from them, and then they do a refine in refinery, they distribute it. Basically there are various segment like diesel, petrol, okay, LNG, okay, then gas and all that. Okay, so then they, even the jet airways, for the jets also, even for aeroplanes, there was separate fuel. So once they do it, then they supply it to the end consumer through distribution network, through petrol pumps and all that. So this is the basic framework you have to keep in mind. And both the segment, basically oil exploration company and oil marketing companies operate separately. I think many of you may not be getting this ना कि भाई कैसे distinguish करना है between the two. This is what you have to understand. One thing, oil exploration and then oil marketing. Now today we are going to talk about oil marketing in detail. Okay, I'm not talking about oil exploration, but just to give you an understanding, I have given this. Now when we talk about oil marketing companies, no, basically they are getting their raw material from oil exploration companies. So gross refinery margins plays a big role. Okay, तो उनको कितना मार्जिन मिल रहा है when they do a refinery and then they sell it to the end consumer. See, they have a great network. Okay, and it's like a monopoly business. Okay, and so वहाँ business के मोट में कोई problem नहीं है. But some of the things which you have to keep in mind, that no, when you are talking, so guys, see, understand, I in these videos, no, I am not normally in videos, I don't talk about P&L, balance sheet and all that, because that you will get it. What my main intention through all this video is nothing but to make you understand how to check this type of company and what are the points to be kept in mind. Okay, hope you are with me. And guys, if you have any question, put it in the comment section. Not a problem, I'll do reply that. So when we talk about oil marketing companies, gross refinery margins plays a big role. Now why? Because at the end of the day, once they get a raw material, उनको रिफाइनरी जब वो रिफाइन करके बेचते हैं, उसमें मार्जिन कितना मिल रहा है. लेकिन वहां भी बहुत दिक्कत है. देयर आर लॉट मेनी प्रॉब्लम्स दे फेसेस. Some of the problem is that no, oil prices goes up and down. So it's a reverse thing happening, okay, between oil exploration companies and oil marketing. When the oil price is on a higher side, oil exploration companies will gain more, because क्या होता है कि procurement, they are getting a raw material, and again the prices goes up. Like from, suppose it is $70 per barrel, it goes to $100 per barrel oil, then of course they are getting $30 more, no. So that is where, as oil prices goes up, their margin goes up, and oil marketing companies margin goes down, because that is acted as a raw material for oil marketing companies. Reverse will happen if the oil prices goes down, oil marketing companies goes up, because they are getting the raw material at a cheaper level, and when they are selling at the petroleum, it's a different price. Okay, so that is the difference which you always have to give when you compare the two companies. Okay, And again, like again, but there are a lot many other things that ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई they can put like no, they have complete margin. There are a lot like government also interfere a lot. How? By increasing the taxes, by putting withholding tax. Now what do you mean by withholding tax? नहीं, वो क्या होता है कि basically at the end of the day, they put extra tax, in order to, if the prices goes up a lot. Okay, so they basically know they put the extra taxes. Okay, and when they put the extra, because see what sorry, when the prices goes down a lot of petroleum, they put the extra taxes so that the end consumer को इतना सस्ते में नहीं मिले. Like many times you have seen like oil gone to $50 per barrel, but if you see in your petrol pump, the prices has not gone down from 90 to 50 rupees. No, वो क्या होता है, 90 का 80 जाता है या 75 जाता है, बट इट विल नेवर गो टू 50. इट्स नॉट अ डायरेक्ट कोरिलेशन. व्हाई? बिकॉज इन बिटवीन government levied taxes on these oil marketing companies so that they cannot reduce the price more. So ऐसा नहीं है कि if your raw material prices goes down, oil marketing will also reduce the prices. No, ऐसा नहीं होता, because in between they have to pay tax, and like withholding tax and no extra tax they levied when the profitability of a companies, all these are PSU companies, when the PSU companies profitability going up, they'll put extra taxes so that that taxes will go into government pocket, and through that they can do whatever welfare scheme and all that. Now what has been used, we cannot debate on that, but at the end of the day this you have to keep in mind. तो OMC का प्रॉब्लम क्या आता है कि of course now from last 10 odd years more, now they are able to dictate the prices. Okay, they can decide now at petrol pump what prices they will keep it. But the problem is, no, they cannot no overrule the government order. So whenever their profitability goes up, government comes and put the taxes. And this is what the problem is with all these oil marketing companies. Even this is the same for the oil exploration company. And government, and nothing wrong. देखो honestly हम बोलेंगे यार why it is happening, why we should pay extra taxes. Okay, why the oil prices are even though gone down while petrol pump is selling at higher, because they don't want a big fluctuation at our petrol pump prices. Okay, again अगर वो 50 रुपए चला गया and again they levy 100 rupees, again there will be an andolan and all that stuff. Okay, strike will happen and all that, so government will play, and again they want to have that extra money to repay the deficit and all that. Correct? So this you have to keep in mind. Okay, government also plays a role, and that's why this there are a lot of vulnerability lies with OMC and oil exploration company, that हम लोग ऐसे we cannot decide कि बॉस ये होने वाला है. And when you have vulnerability happening, no, this is where no you can see these companies may not do well. Okay, like if you see, honestly speaking, if you see the PE ratio what these companies have, okay, IOCL, BPCL, the average is 18, and they are trading at 10, 9, 18, all that. Okay, 28. So इतना उनका पी रेशियो ज्यादा क्यों नहीं है? बिकॉज ऑफ दिस फ्लक्चुएशन हैपनिंग. Of course, ROE, ROC, if you see it is more than 20, nothing wrong in that. If you see 1 year return is quite good, okay. But basically, as I told you, 5 year return is not so great of this company. The problem is no lot of cyclicality होता है इसमें. कभी सडनली प्रॉफिट देते हैं, कभी सडनली लॉस में आ जाते हैं because of oil prices fluctuation. And this is where you have to be very, very careful. Like if you see this quarter also, okay, if you see this quarter this year, if you see quarter year on year, there is a decrease. Even quarter on quarter also decrease in most of the, I think all the companies they were decrease in sales and profitability both on year and quarter, and this makes the life miserable for all this. And you know why this is happening? Because their gross margin is getting, okay, gross realization margin is getting, refining margin, that is gross refining margin is going down and down. Last year it was around 15-16 dollar, now it is around $4 to $5 per barrel. Now if you have one third of your gross refining margin, the problem तो होगी. In June 2022 it gone to around $25 to $30, और वहां से वो भी $4 to $5 आ गए. तो आप देखो किस तरह का फ्लक्चुएशन आ रहा है. And when you have this type of fluctuation, how you can predict कि बॉस ये कंपनी अच्छी करेगी? Okay, and it lot much of depends on the outside factors rather than depending on India से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. It all depend on the oil prices, what is happening across the world and all that. तो एज ए स्टेक होल्डर, एज ए इन्वेस्टर नो, आप भी थोड़ा डायलामा में रहेंगे भाई क्या होगा. ओके, देयर आर लॉट मेनी थिंग्स यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड, बट आई वांट टू कीप इट सिंपल बिकॉज नो ऑल these companies, of course, if you see the overall the capacity and no at around 80 to 100% capacity वो काम कर रहे हैं. Again the demand is great, again demand is great, again in future renewable resources आ रहे हैं. So no battery recharge that may be there on the petrol pump also. तो ऐसा नहीं है, the network which they have, all these companies have, it's so good that they don't have to worry about. Even the renewable sector comes, no, they'll put there also. Yes, but then margin will be impacted once you can say that no renewable energy, then this oil and all the demand will go down. But that is in the future, not happening now. But these are the some of the points, you have to keep in mind, when you are talking about these oil marketing companies. Of course, I have spoken about main points. I'm not going into detail about what is going to happen. But honestly, if you are betting on these companies are not the growth oriented companies. These are like a value companies. Okay, बहुत सस्ते में मिल रहा है तो ले लो, ऊपर के प्राइस में आके बेच दो, ऐसी बात है इसमें. ओके, ऐसा नहीं होता है कि ऑफ कोर्स नाउ यू मे से तपन, बट इन लास्ट 1 year 2 year दिस कंपनीज आर गिवन रिटर्न. यस, बट दिस इज हाउ द साइकिल विल बिहेव. एक टाइम पे बहुत अच्छा रिटर्न देंगे, देन अगेन इट मे गो डाउन. एज आई टोल्ड यू, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द ग्रॉस रिफाइनिंग मार्जिन. Similarly, when you talk about oil exploration companies like ONGC or Oil India, no, their main parameter is crude oil prices. Correct. क्रूड ऑयल प्राइसेस जैसे ऊपर जाएंगे उनको फायदा है, जैसे नीचे जाएंगे उनको वो है. और इसमें भी क्या होता है, कभी कभी गवर्नमेंट, इवन दो, प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है ऑयल मार्केटिंग कंपनी का, सपोज द ऑयल प्राइसेस गोज अप बाय, it has gone to almost $100 per barrel, and they are charging from last 2 months rupees per liter, okay, on petrol pump. They cannot increase it to 120 directly, 100 or more than 100. गवर्नमेंट ना बोलेगी, एंड दैट इज वेयर दे आर गेट टेकिंग अ हिट. और वही होता है इन सब कंपनीज में कि because of the government policy you have started taking heat on your profitability, and that is not a no better option to stay in this type of stock now, क्योंकि at the end of the आपको ही पता नहीं क्या होने वाला है. Again guys, I have not invested in any of these companies. Okay, if my clients are invested, that's a different thing, but just a disclaimer here. And guys, if you want to know how to do this type of research and all that, you can attend our session. The given workshop is given below, you can attend. It will give you a lot of value, plus you can see your recommendation size also. And guys, hope you like this video. I'll keep it here only. As I told you, no, I just wanted to give a flavor of oil marketing companies. Overall the companies are gone up a lot, but honestly, you have to understand the cyclicality. And ये जो ग्रॉस रियलाइज नहीं सॉरी ग्रॉस रिफाइनरी मार्जिन जो है ना काफी नीचे चले गए. So guys, do share it to everyone, guys, if you think then this is much more useful. And guys, now what I'll do, I'll take some of your questions which you asked. As I told you, if you have any question, put it in the chat box. So let me take some questions here. So the first question is MPK712. Thank you for the much information. Thank you. Thank you. Then another question is Menon Joe Falco. NTPC Green IPO is quite overpriced, no, and I think I'm not sure whether I should apply for it or not. Of course, the NTPC yesterday on green only I have taken out the video, and no, overall the prospects are big and all that, but yes, इन सब का वैल्यूएशन बहुत ही हाई है. सो इफ यू आर वेरी वेरी लॉन्ग टर्म, देन ओनली गो फॉर इट. आई थिंक लिस्टिंग गेन्स में तो कुछ दिखा ही नहीं रहा है. सो दैट इज द पॉइंट यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड. ओके, Kasa Srinivasa liked your video. Thank you very much. Then another is Mohammed Karam. Websol Energy is getting pumped by big players. If you have good profit, then they, yes, Websol Energy. See, यही होता है, no, when there is lot of fluctuation happening in a stock specifically. Lot many operator must have got in and no, they are maybe booking profit and somehow no at a higher level no, दे हैव दैट फियर ऑफ रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी, और इसलिए वो नो एक तरह से प्रॉफिट बुकिंग आया है. Okay. Then another is question is, sir, I have IRDA share at 250. Can you say I hold for IRDA is a good stock, but that is what no. Currently, renewable sector is facing lot of issue, lot of problems. So, and that is where you have to keep in mind before you getting in this type of stock. I think thoda wait kalo, then you can decide, because if the valuation goes down, then these companies may be available at a lower level. Then Sharat Chandra is asking, sir, some IT executive are telling that the amount given by the client is just to the dollar price fluctuation. अब वो पता नहीं है. Basically, no, this is about no Trump coming on the power and IT sector getting benefit, but they are saying that no, means no, Sharat, what you are saying, no, the dollar adjustment हो रहा है. I doubt so, but I cannot vouch that one currently. Then Pankaj Jain is asking, sir, can you please suggest some stocks in the hospitality sector in near accommodation services? We are considering that, Pankaj. I think we already given few stocks of hospitality. We are my research team is going through it, and we'll let you know if something I feel better. Okay. ONGC stock is hold or sell. Uh, Shadulkal Scar 6090 is asking, ONGC अभी रखो for some time, still maybe 10-15% upside, लेकिन not for the long term. Okay, you have to book profit at somewhere and somewhere. Okay. uh, then good advice, LSQS. Okay, thank you very much. Then another question is from uh, yeah. So Vijay Premji is asking, can you provide a video on TCS versus HL versus Infosys in any other ITC? Okay. Okay, BPCL, HPCL versus ONGC, IOC. I think that we have covered, Vijay. But of course, I'll try to cover an IT, comparison also among the stocks, so that will be very, very helpful. So guys, that's it. यहाँ तक रखते हैं. If you have any question, put it in the chat box. And of course, I do this video also. No, it's been asked some of our investors, so that is I taken. So if you have any question, do put it. Okay. चले तो नेक्स्ट टाइम मिलते हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच. बाय बाय.